Hey, welcome back to the Brownie restoration. So we're going to continue working on this truck. Last episode we put the new floor in, and this episode we're going to put the brake foot valve in. I already replaced it in the last video, put a new valve on. So we're going to go ahead and install that, and we're going to install the throttle pedal, get that bolted down to the floor, and we'll just finish touching up things. I'm gonna clean up these hoses here, put some new wrap on them, and all that good stuff. So stay tuned, that's what we're gonna do. All right, we're back. Let's work on getting this throttle pedal installed. I'm gonna put some Nutserts here, or riv nuts, whatever you call them. I got a 1/4 inch by 20, so I'm going to go ahead and put those there, and then that way I can tighten the throttle pedal from the cap. So I have this thread setter tool here, Marson. I bought this a long time ago for putting these little Nutserts in. All right, what we got to do is drill a 3/8 hole in, or drill these out to 3/8 so that the Nutsert can go in. So we'll go ahead and drill this out to 3/8. Nice and easy because it's aluminum. And then, like I said, it has a set screw here on the top. It's been a while since I've used this, so I'll have to retrain myself. This is like the mandrel. So you would install it in here and you thread it up into this top piece. And then there's a set screw. There's a flat spot on there. Tighten that down. And then you take your Nutsert, thread that on there till it's tight. Then we just push everything down in and then just clamp it on there like a pop rivet till it's tight. Sometimes you have to tighten that down to get extra clamping force, but I think that's it. Then you just unscrew the tool out of here. There we go. And then that should be good. Yeah, see those thread right in. Perfect. Well, it worked. So let's go ahead and finish the other ones. All right, as you saw, got the threaded Nutserts in. I went ahead and put the stop for the throttle pedal. Next, we'll put in the Kenworth pedal. I love these old pedals. Man, with the KW logo, that's just cool. I don't know what else to say, but it's just cool. So on these, there's a little gasket. I cleaned that up. That goes there. And then there's two of these plastic, or some kind of plastic pieces that go on the side. These go like that. And then we'll go ahead and put those in there. I'm going to go ahead and hook the throttle return spring up. Actually, let's do it different. Let's put this gasket here, hook the throttle spring up. We'll have to go underneath and hook that stuff up. So there's that. I got some 1/4 inch bolts. All right, we'll come around to the passenger side and we'll put this in, put this upper screw or bolt in. Went with 1 1/4 inch on the length. All right, that's good and hand tight. Ah, perfect. I'm gonna take this top one out and throw a little never sees on it. I don't know if you need it or not, but can't really hurt it, I suppose. Trying to think about the next guy that's got to work on it. So yeah, there's a long ways to go on this project. I hope hopefully no one's getting bored of it. I don't get enough time to work on it. I'd love to work on this thing more than I do, but shoot, there's just, like everyone's got so much going on that it's hard to make time to work on this fun stuff. I'm really anxious to get this thing running someday and go drive it around. So we got those on. We'll go ahead and tighten them down. I like the Nutserts because I can tighten them down. When I took it apart, I had to have my dad help me. The throttle pedal, it's got a little slop in it, but I took a picture of the part numbers on these little blocks, so I might check and see how much they cost. There was a little wear in them, but maybe if they're cheap, I'll grab a couple new ones and put them in. It'd be an easy project with these Nutserts. So. All right, tight. That's tight. All right, so there it is. That bracket's just bolted to the bottom of the cab here, and then with a little spring. And then that's our throttle, well, one of the throttle return springs. We'll put the back in here. So yeah, we're good. One thing I've noticed is there's a pretty good gap in here for air to come through, so I might have to rethink this gasket for this pedal. Try to seal up that gap a little bit. When I had the light below there, I could really see down in there. So yeah, I might have to rethink that, but for now we're just going to go ahead and leave it, and we'll come back to that. So all right, next we're going to get this foot valve sat back up in here. So before we can put the foot valve in, I gotta do something with this plate. This is what your pedal hinges on right here, and then this is the plunger. Well, it is froze up solid. That's why the brakes worked so well. So let's see. Oh, perfect. Pound this out. I've been having that soak for quite a few days now while I've been at work, so that should come out. I got to get a socket or something here. When I got this truck, the brakes would barely work. The pedal was sticking. It was very hard, and then they wouldn't release. So before I ended up tearing it apart, I would just use like rainy gear, and then when I had to stop, I just set the maxis, because once the brakes were on, you couldn't get them released because this plunger was so froze up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clean this plate all up. Maybe throw some primer on it, clean this out. And like I said, I got a new plunger, so we'll throw a new plunger in there and then we'll get this put in. All right, we got our plate. We're back with this plate. I cleaned it up, threw a little black on it. I didn't have any flat black, so we got gloss. But I think I'm gonna get some flat black for everything. So this just bolts down to the floor with a 5/16 bolt. So we'll go ahead and bolt this down. There's 3 bolts. Okay, we're back. I got the foot valve, the 3 studs up into this bracket. So just got to finish tightening these bolts down. And our foot valve will be installed. I had to, on the bottom there, I had to adjust a couple fittings for the air lines on the foot valve because it had them off a little bit, so it didn't want to line up good. So we're going to do the finished products here on this foot valve. This here is your plunger that goes in between this plate, and it pushes down on the foot valve. This was what was froze up in this plate from the last time. So I got a new one. That just drops down in there like so. And then they have a rubber boot that goes around this plunger. There's a little groove on this plate that this goes into, and then there's a groove on this plunger. So actually I might put this boot around this plunger first, like so, and we'll set it down in there, and then we'll snap it down onto the groove like that. Okay, yeah, good to go. And I got a new little what do they call this, button, they call that. It's like a little stop, I believe, for your brake pedal. Got my new one of those because I messed up the old one. And so now I think we're just ready to put the actual pedal on. Once again, waiting on paint to dry. I put a little flat black. This was gloss black because I didn't have flat black. But I noticed on the truck it says Kenworth originally painted everything a flat black. So that's what I plan on doing. Like steering column, eventually I'll get everything off to a flat black. So there's a pin and for this pedal, and then this part here I took apart, and this little roller, it rides on the plunger. I got that freed up. I put a little never sees on the inside, so that should be good. And then now we'll just set this on here, and then I think you can see there's a hole there, hole here. Usually they put a roll pin in that, but I'm just going to put a cotter pin. And I got so much paint on this, it probably won't go in. But like I said, I got so much dang paint on it that it probably doesn't want to line up, or doesn't want to slide in very easy. I think our hole's lined up. Oh yeah, she's going nice. Might move it just a little bit. And then there's either a roll pin or a cotter pin. I'd put a cotter pin in only because it's easier to get out if you ever had to on the next time. Perfect. We'll just bend this over. Probably going to trim it a little bit too. The only cotter pin I had was long. There we go. All right, pedals back in. You can see I just put the cotter pin in right there. And the only thing I'm waiting for, I had to order a new rubber pad for it. They didn't have one there at Kenworth in stock, so that's on order. So that'll go on there, and yeah. So we're moving along, a little more forward progress. That's going to do it for this video. We got the throttle pedal in, got our brake valve put in and the pedal assembly. We're missing a few parts, but I got those on order. So once again, it's not glamorous work, but we're building a good foundation for a cool truck. And yeah, so I just wanted to say thanks to everybody that's been watching my channel, subscribing, commenting. I appreciate that. It's pretty cool. I didn't really think that there'd be that many people that would watch these videos, but I'm going to do my best at filming. I know I'm still not good at this filming thing. I'm trying to get better. I thought I'd be getting better by now, but it's kind of not so much. So anyway, I'll keep filming. As good or as bad as they're going to be, they're going to be. But thanks again for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this project, and I will catch you guys on the next one.